Peering across a dense stretch of woodland outside of Denmark's capital with camouflage paint smeared across her face, 20-year-old Katrine scans the horizon for approaching threats. According to Associated Press, after nearly 4 months of military training, the young soldier and the rest of her unit spent early June completing their final exercises near the Danish Army's barracks in Hovelte, 25 kilometers north of Copenhagen. Katrine and other female soldiers, all of whom spoke to the Associated Press on June 11 on the condition that only their first names be used because of operational security, volunteered for military service earlier this year. Until now, that was the only way women were allowed to partake in military service, although women have been able to enlist as full-time members of the armed forces since the early 1970s. The Scandinavian country is seeking to increase the number of young people in the military by extending compulsory enlistment to women for the first time. Men and women can both still volunteer, and the remaining places will be filled by a gender-neutral draft lottery. In the situation the world is in now, it's needed, Katrine said. I think it's only fair and right that women participate equally with men. Under new rules passed by Denmark's parliament earlier in June, Danish women who turn 18 after Tuesday will be entered into the lottery system, on an equal footing with their male compatriots. The change comes against a backdrop of Russian aggression and growing military investment across NATO countries. Russia's looming threat. Even from the relative safety of Denmark, Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine casts its shadow. Lessons from the Ukrainian battlefields have even filtered down into their training. That makes it very real, Katrine said. Denmark's gender parity reforms were originally outlined in 2024 as part of a major defense agreement. The program was originally expected to be implemented by early 2027, but has been brought forward to summer 2025. Denmark, a nation of 6 million people, has about 9,000 professional troops. The new arrangement is expected to bring the figure up to 6,500 people doing military service annually by 2033, up from 4,700 last year. Under Danish law, all physically fit men over age 18 are called up for military service. Some people, both men and women, volunteer, and the rest of the places are filled by a lottery system that until now has only involved men. Women volunteers make up roughly a quarter of 2024's cohort.
Ja. Angruppe tælling bagfra. Percy, du trykker på knappen.
VB her er Post Bravo. Netop nu 2 infanterister bevæger umiddelbart ud fra Post Bravo.
Og negle i iværksætter rotation.
You kind of get to know people on another level when you do kind of like such challenging stuff together. And then also just the fun soldier stuff, like when you run through the woods and shoot, and you go to the shooting range, and it's all very interesting. In like the situation that the world is in now, it's needed, I think, and I think it's only fair and right that women participate equally as with the men. But I think there's also some challenges to meet when you're not used to that many women. Like perhaps like the equipment and the uniform, oftentimes it's too big, or like there's a lot of loopholes you have to jump through to get everything to work.
Han skal tilbage.
The tents we sleep in, they've learned in Ukraine that you have to have them a certain amount of meters between them, so you cannot like hit a lot of people at once. And I think so that makes it very real. So you know if you stay, it's like a real opportunity that you have to participate in some form due to the geopolitical situation.
It's like very individual. So some will probably be very disappointed of being chosen to go into the military, and some would probably be surprised and probably like it a lot more than they probably think that they would.
The political agreement is based on the current security situation, and that's the reason why that we are escalating the numbers of conscripts. That's the reason why we need to get more combat power. It's about combat power, and these units where the conscripts would be part of, they could take part of NATO collective deterrence, or as an in-state NATO collective defense. So raising the number of conscripts, that would simply lead to more combat power. And hopefully after the 11 months of conscription, they will sign up for a professional job in the army, or in the navy, or in the air force.
Jeg glæder mig til det. Det bliver dejligt at skulle gøre det rent. Ja, godt lækkert. Jeg håber, det begynder at regne en dag. Det tror jeg ikke.
We see a sharpened security situation in Europe. We have the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. We have, focus on the Baltic countries where Denmark is contributing a lot of soldiers. So I think it's a general effort to strengthen the Danish defense. Since she's German, she could say something in German so they don't have to edit. For the next year or two, we will be building a lot of new buildings to accommodate all these people. So it will be a gradual process. It will not be ready by August 26, but it will be ready soon after. That's one concern. Another concern is there has been some debate about the uniforms, that some uniforms are not fitted to the female body.